gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Like I said, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna just edit some shit. I put my shit on there. And we here right now. Like, you know, I'm a my link copied, and we're gonna talk about shit. So we live right now. We got 0 viewers. That's fine. You wanna make it do what we do. That's it. That's all we can do. And you know, that's just how it is. I don't know what they mean by like all that, so but yeah, we just chilling right now. Still trying to. And the thing about the New York Giants is that they really went against the odds and really surprised almost every single fan and his fan base. Honestly, I think it's so amazing that they were able to make the playoffs with the roster that they have right now. Their roster is so, even in the past, was so depleted. And we was working with practice squad receivers, practice squad corners. We're like so many practice squad guys and not so great and practice squad guys. Like it's just crazy. And also at the same time, I feel like yes, like there are people that want to make fun of us and saying that, oh, we're not gonna make it that far in the playoffs, or we're gonna be a first round exit. But look at the scenario right now. If we go against the Minnesota Vikings, I think we have a shot to win the game. We have a shot. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win, or I'm not saying it's a guaranteed loss. There's a shot there. We beat ourselves when we lost against the Minnesota Vikings in week 16. We beat against ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So like, if we actually like, you know, were able to just get it together, play like a lot of mistake-free football, and just got it done, then I think we have a chance to win it. You know. Then again, what's going to happen in the second round is kind of up in the air. Then we'll have to decide who we're going to face. Just because we got to see how many other teams are going to win and how the seeding is going to go with that. Maybe you play against the Eagles. Maybe play against the Cowboys. Yeah. So with those matchups, we'll see. I'd rather play the Eagles than the Cowboys, to be honest with you. I feel like the Eagles, we kind of have more of a shot to beat them. The Cowboys are just very, very good. And, you know, I don't know. They're just like really, really good right now. Oh, my my deposit just came in from my third place. Oh, shit. Okay. You just paid. So, because, you know, the Buffalo Bills game just and Bengals game got stopped. So, I was I was thinking that they was gonna just wait on it, but like no, like I blew up my opponent, and the first place and second place game wasn't close, so I kind of understand. I kind of get it it was why they're just giving out the winnings now because it's pretty much over. But yeah, going back to Giants football, I think what's key for those playoff games is really just staying focused and playing mistake-free football. Look what happened against the Colts. I mean, we made one mistake, which was the fumble by Darius Slayton, who sucks. I'm sorry, but he sucks. I think at best he's a third wide receiver on the group. He can't be the number one, honestly. Like Isaiah Hodgins is better than him. And Isaiah Hodgins only played 6 games for us, 7 games for us, and he's looking like a good wide receiver. So I always liked Hodgins out of Oregon State. I think he was really good. I was looking at him throughout that draft and was doing some I was looking at some his profile, and I was looking at his stats. I was like, wow, this guy's really good. They compared him to somewhat of a Mike Evans type wide receiver. Um, he got like a lot of yards his last year at Oregon State, and you know, a good amount of touchdowns. And he was just a big body receiver. I wanted him to be a giant. I wanted us to draft him, but he came out to be undrafted, and the Buffalo Bills signed him. They after, you know, didn't really work out with the Bills. They didn't really give him that much of a chance. They um they cut him this year, and we were able to scoop him up, give him a shot, and that's what happened. You know, and he took advantage of that he took advantage of that. So I'm really glad that he's on the roster. I'm really glad that he's you know, making a name for himself. And another thing is that, sorry, I'm looking at the replay and stuff. I just wanted to make sure all the stream, everything was good, and you know, see how everything was. So it's looking like it's okay. It's not the greatest quality when it comes to my camera. I'm using it straight out of the computer. I'm not doing I do have a camera, but like I need a little bit more space and room in order to set that up. So I will have to figure that out. But at the same time, Um, yeah, Isaiah Hodgins, he's a really good wide receiver, man, and we have him under contract. I think Tanner said something about this. He said that we have him under contract towards next year through next year. So I would love to have him back. Darius Slayton, he can kind of kick rocks. Um, he will have an opportunity to go to another team. Let's call it spade a spade. He played good enough to get himself a contract, a decent contract, right? He and the market for wide receiver, the market keeps on going up. The price keeps on going up while the running back market keeps on going down. So with him, he can have a decent season, like sort of like a KJ Osborne type season, right? He get paid like 8 mil, 8 to 10 mil a year. Like there will be one organization that will take a chance on him and say like, hey, we really feel like you could be a number 2 or number 3. We're gonna pay you that type of money. So he'll be fine. So I don't want people to think like, oh, he's a bum and like just because I say he's a bum that he's not gonna get a job. Like he is gonna get a job. He's gonna get an opportunity. He's not playing as bad as he did 2 years ago. I mean last year or 2 years ago. I think he stepped up. He's catching a little bit more passes, even though he drops a lot and he fumbles. But at the same time, he's grabbing crazy passes as well. While before he wasn't doing that. So now Darius Slayton has more of an opportunity to get a decent contract somewhere. You know, I don't know any. I don't really know any teams as of right now that's really looking for a free agent wide receiver that looks like they could be like a number 2 or number 3. But we'll see in the off season. But I just need Darius Slayton to kind of step up in the playoffs. I think that's going to be really, really pivotal because we need. I feel like this. If we have a playoff win, man, you can't tell us nothing. I'm telling you, it's such a great stepping stone for us because we're such a young squad. We'll get the experience and we will pertain it to the next time we have another opportunity to be in the playoffs, and we learn from that, and we grow stronger. We'll be much more knowledgeable. We have way more experience. So that's what I really want to really get out of this this run is its experience, and also, just to build on this because we were not supposed to be here. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing about it. I was so happy that I saw my team lock in a playoff berth after not being in the playoffs for like 6 years, right? I think it was just like a great moment because it's like, man, like we stripped back our roster so much, but it's all about coaching. Like that's what we was missing this whole entire time is coaching. The coaching. I'm not even counting the 2016 playoff run because let's be honest, as true New York Giants fans, we know that playoff run in 2016 was bought. We paid for Olivia Vernon. We paid for Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. We paid for Janoris Jenkins. We paid for all those guys. Snacks Harrison. All those guys we paid for. We paid to go to the playoffs just to get smacked in Green Bay. I knew as a fan at that time that we wasn't ready. I was like, we paid for this team. I don't feel like we're really ready for this matchup. And the record we had was decent. I think it was like 10-6. We beat bad teams at that time. We beat bad teams, and there were close games. But you pertain this to now, we beat good teams, and there were close games. It was a close game with Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings are top 3 team in the NFC. Lost to them by a heartbreaking free goal. Let's go back. Let's go to our first game. Tennessee Titans. They were off to a hot start after they lost to us, right? They, even though they lost all those games in a row, they had like 7 wins. I mean, 6 wins. They were rolling, like literally rolling. So they were a good team until Ryan Tannehill got hurt. Then it kind of messed up everything. We beat the Packers. Packers are now reforming into their old selves. We beat them in London. There's another team that we beat that was that's decent. The Washington Commanders. The Commanders are a decent team. We beat them. The Ravens. The Ravens are top 4 in the actually top 5. Top 5 in the AFC. We beat them. So you can't. I feel like there's much more validity to this year's season than to the 2016. We have bare bones players, and we didn't really pay for anybody. We was working with not a lot of cap space, and we made it work. That's the beautiful thing about it, right? And I know some people are kind of getting really overly optimistic, saying, "Oh, it's Super Bowl time. It's Super Bowl time. Oh, we're gonna make the Super Bowl and all this." Like, let's relax a little bit. Let's keep it. Let's have it one game at a time. We are not a Super Bowl roster. We're not a Super Bowl roster at all. Like, I like how people are really optimistic and very excited. Okay, it's a very exciting time to be a Giants fan right now. So with that, it's like, I get it, but Super Bowl is nuts. It's nuts. Then again, these are maybe the same people that said we were going to make the playoffs in the beginning of the season. The very optimistic fans that will kind of believe that we're going to make the playoffs every single year, and they got this year right. So never say never. Never say never. But at the same time, let's be realistic. Let's think. And just be like, no, let's take it one game at a time. Let's see how it goes. We'll see how we go against the Vikings. We'll see how we play against either the Vikings or the 49ers. I want the Vikings. I don't want to touch the 49ers. The 49ers are, you talk about a Super Bowl ready team. That's a Super Bowl ready team. I don't care about how you're going to say, how you're going to chop it up, how they almost lost to the Raiders. Yes, they had one wonky game, as you could say. One wonky game. Then again, do I believe that the Giants have a chance against the 49ers? I think any team has a chance against any type of team. It's the NFL. Anything can happen any given Sunday. But let's be real. Our run defense is dreadful. It's horrible. You know what Shanahan's gonna do? He's just gonna run it down our throats the whole entire game. They have Christian McCaffrey. Now, we stopped Christian McCaffrey a little bit last time we played against the Panthers, when he was on the Panthers. That's a different squad. That is a completely different squad. The 49ers offensive line is amazing compared to the Panthers offensive line. Christian McCaffrey is looking he's looking like his vintage self while he's on the 49ers. He really looks a little bit more, he looks even better than that while he's on the 49ers. They know how to use him in the pass game. He can run the football. He has other running backs that can run the ball for him. They got the Mason dude, who's like a good power back runner. He's a strong runner. Like, they're set. They got a 1-2 punch with him and McCaffrey. They have out of this world wide receivers. Even the Jennings dude is really doing well. Jennings, they have Brandon Ayuk, who's really good, which I don't think we can stop. Deebo Samuel's going to be healthy. He's going to come back, and he's going to be looking good. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to stop that? The, our corners are not good enough. You think Nick McLeod? You think Nick McLeod? Nick McLeod is going to stop Debo Samuel? Not even Debo Samuel. Brandon Ayuk. You think he's gonna stop him? You really think so? I don't think so. Do you think Darnay Holmes is gonna stop Brandon Ayuk? No chance in hell. Right? I think Darnay Holmes is one of the worst cornerbacks I've seen in a Giants uniform in a very, very long. I'm not very long time. I think he's up there with DeAndre Baker. To be honest with you, he's really bad. Like I know there's a lot of Giants fans that like to give not DeAndre Baker, Darnay Holmes the benefit of the doubt and saying like, oh, he needs to develop. Oh, give him more time. But like, he's not him. He's not good. He is not good. He was drafted to be a slot guy, a slot man coverage guy. A slot man coverage guy. He can't even do that right. So what can he do? He can't play the outside. He can't do the slot. He can't tackle. Even though he made one tackle this week where he got injured on. He can't do none of those things. So what is he good for? So he's very fast. Who cares? Who cares that he's very fast? If you don't have the technique, you don't have the skills in your arsenal. Like, what are you gonna do? You're just running out there, right? I think Darnay Holmes is really bad, man. I can't with him. He's terrible. I mean, we had man, he's just so bad. Nick McLeod. I'd rather have Nick McLeod. Cause here's the thing. At least Nick McLeod, who was guarding number one wide receivers, had a couple decent pass breakups. Who doesn't really foul that much. He doesn't foul as much as Darnay Holmes. I feel like once he's beat, he will close in and get the tackle, right? But when it comes to Darnay Holmes, once he gets beat, he's beat. He will have to hold. He will have to draw pass interference. He will have to throw a flag. Or if he's beat, he's really fucking done. That Washington game pissed me off, right? Even though we won, he was getting cooked that whole entire game. He was getting cooked. It was bad. And if it wasn't for him, they missing that holding call on him in the end zone, a fourth down, fourth and goal, we would have lost that game. We would have lost that game. Let's be honest. We would have lost that game. We would have lost. But thank you for the blind refs, the refs that have cataracts, for missing that call. I'm glad they missed that call. Right? So, I don't think Darnay Holmes is really that good. And I'm scared about Darnay Holmes playing when we go against the Vikings. Even if we go against the 49ers as well. Like, yeah, Brandon Ayuk, he's going to feast on Darnay Holmes. And what was I going to say? Against the Vikings, Adam Thielen, even KJ Osborne, or they have Darnay Holmes going against TJ Hawkinson, and he's gonna be licking his chops. He's like, like he gonna be licking his chops. He's gonna be like, man, I'm about to fucking feast. I'm about to feast on this guy. Like this guy, like, because he caught the touchdown pass over him with double coverage. That was what really killed me. That's what really killed the game for me, honestly. I know some people like to blame the Jones pick. Some people like to blame a lot of other factors. I was starting off slow and, all that. But what really killed us was that TJ Hawkinson touchdown. because that wasn't supposed to be a touchdown. That was third down. That was supposed to be incomplete. That was supposed to be a field goal if you would have been up, or would have been tied with that field goal. So, yeah. Anyway, now let's just talk about DJ's performance for the playoffs, not the playoffs, the Colts game. Wow, you talking about, man, DJ, bro? I'm gonna have to swallow my pride, cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not on the DJ hype train. I wasn't. I always rooted for Daniel Jones, though. I rooted for Daniel Jones. I did. But that I deep down think that he could be the starter for next year. No. I doubted him. I counted him out. That's okay. You can count somebody out and they prove you wrong. As a fan, you will want to be proven wrong sometimes. Like when I say I don't think there's really a chance that we're gonna make the Super Bowl. I don't think we're gonna beat some of these teams. I will love to be wrong. I will love to be wrong, right? But there's not really fans, if you want to call them fans, who are proven wrong, like how they've been doubting DJ and they want DJ out of here, and when DJ has a good game, they don't want to give him props, and they say, "Oh, he's still not my quarterback," or they'd be like, "Oh, I'd rather have a high draft pick than be in the playoffs." What type of fucking fan are you then? What type of fan are you? If we're in a rebuild and we're in the playoffs, I kind of get your thinking of we're slowing down the rebuild, but we're really not. There's still good prospects in the there's still good prospects in the draft, right? Look at the Buffalo Bills rebuild in 2018. They went to the playoffs. They had Tyrod Taylor starting in the first round. They went to the playoffs. So with that, it could be like our situation. Maybe the next year we don't do so well. That's okay. We're still rebuilding team. Then if Daniel Jones doesn't really pan out that well, we can get out of his contract by the second year. Because we're gonna strategize. We're gonna make the contract somewhat reasonable for us to get out of if he's not the guy, which I think is great, because look what they're doing with Derek Carr right now. They gave him a 3-year contract. They got out of it in 2 years, or they looking like they're gonna get out of it in 2 years, and they want to move on, right? That's what somewhat the Giants are gonna do. They're not gonna throw so much guaranteed money in Daniel Jones' face. And look at his agent. His agent's probably gonna be like, "Hey man, take it. That's probably the best deal you're gonna get." I'm not saying that there's not gonna be teams out there interested in getting Daniel Jones, but it's not gonna be teams that are just gonna be throwing money at his face like we're possibly gonna be doing. They're not gonna give him crazy guarantee money like we're gonna be doing. I mean, we're not gonna give him crazy guarantee money, but at the same time, I don't think people are really gonna try to get him 3 years, 4 years. I don't think so. I think the most out of any other team, they get him 2 years. They get 1 year, approve a deal. So I think, and plus, you're playing your best football on the Giants. You have a good coach now. You do. You have a decent OC. Okay, and you have good pieces that they're gonna build around you. Now they're really gonna build around you. Now they are. So you have a competent GM and a competent coach that want to see you succeed. They're not rooting against you. They want you to succeed. That's the thing. That's the thing. And Mara was right. They did everything in their power to throw DJ off, to set him up for failure. And guess what? First year of having a new coaching staff, boom, he's leading us to the playoffs. Him and Saquon, right? It's a beautiful thing, and with that, I think he will be so much of a. He wouldn't really be that smart to just leave the Giants. I think to just go to a different team and just try to study another fucking playbook, and potentially not doing so great over there just to be back at stage one. I think he wants to stay on the Giants. I think he really likes Brian Daboll. I really think he likes Joe Shane. I really think he likes the offensive scheme that Mike Kafka's given him. It's working. It's working. It is literally working. I'm watching the games. DJ's playing better and better each and every week. Yes, there might be like a couple hiccups here and there, but he's playing well. He's playing well. Against a cast that's not really a good cast. The offensive line still needs some help. We need guards. We need a competent center. Not that freaking fat, whatever you want to call him, center Feliciano. He sucks, right? He's a bridge guy. We're going to get a real center by next year. I'm pretty sure, right? So, we got to make it happen. We got to make it happen. We need guards. We need a center. We got our tight end, Bellinger. He's a decent tight end. I like Bellinger. We need wide receivers. We need corners. We need linebackers. Been saying we've been needing linebackers for the past decade. We need linebackers. Like linebackers. I don't want Jalen Smith, Mr. Don't finish on a sack. I don't want him. I don't want I know some of the guys that we drafted this year, McFadden and Beavers, they have potential. But I want a veteran linebacker that proves to me that he can tackle, he can do it all. That's what I want. And I think we can do that. The guards, everything we can draft. Wide receivers, we might get signed, even though it's not really a strong wide receiver free agency. Maybe we could just sign someone that's like whatever or fine, anything better than this year's, and draft a wide receiver, probably Jackson Smith-Jigba. Maybe Boutte falls to us. There's a lot of good wide receiver prospects for this year. So Josh Downs, like, we have options at wide receiver for this year, so for this offseason. So I'm pretty excited to see what the Giants do. And at the same time, I feel as if we need to just, let's just go back to DJ. I think with Daniel Jones, he's been playing really well. The touchdown interception ratio is really wide. There's a huge gap. He's not turning over the ball like he used to. It's a beautiful thing. He is the guy for the next at least 2 years. Give him that. 2 more years. Then we'll see how he does. But another 2 more years, he retained his job for another 2 more years. And give him a contract, I'm for it. I'm so happy that Daniel Jones had proved a lot of us wrong. I'm glad. That's what you need to be when you're a fan and you have a take, then you're wrong, and the team is better off because it. You be glad. But then there's some fans that their pride, they value their pride more than the success of the team. Then they'd be like, man, no, that's not how it's supposed to go anyway. It's a fluke season, blah, blah, blah. But what type of fan are you? What type of fan are you? Be happy. Be happy that we are overachieving. Be happy. It's been a while, right? It's been a while. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the rebuild. Right? Enjoy it. That's all I gotta say. Enjoy it. Because there's not a lot of teams who are going on a successful rebuild like us. Right? As of right now. The Texans got dealt with a bad hand, right? They had Deshaun Watson, then all of a sudden he didn't want to be on the team anymore, then you got all the allegations, then they had to just give him up, right? Their rebuild's going to take a very long time. I can already tell. It's going to take a very long time. Like, who else is rebuilding that? Look at the Bears. Oh, the Bears. You talk about the stink fest. The Bears are. They've been stinking since 2017, 2018. They're terrible, right? Ugh. I can't even think about the Bears. They just they just terrible. Their offensive line is a joke. They have no wide receivers. Their defense is abysmal. Oh my God. There's so much things they need to do. Justin Fields doesn't look like a competent passer. He looks more of a running back than a passer. He's a quarterback. Like, I know people like to make jokes about Lamar Jackson, him being a running back, but at least Lamar Jackson can actually throw the ball. I don't think Justin Fields can throw the ball. I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched him play. I don't think he really can. It's scary for the Bears. I just think they're not gonna. That's a team that's gonna really be struggling for a very long time. You look at the Bears, man. I mean, yeah, the Bears. Whew. Wow, we could be the Bears. We could have been the Bears. Think about that. What's another team that really is like? Look at the Denver Broncos. I think they might try to go through another rebuild. How many rebuilds have the Denver Broncos been through? They've been, ever since they won that Super Bowl, they've been through like 3 rebuilds in the span of 7 years. Right? So with that, it's like, man, like they can't get it done. Finally the Lions are picking up the pace, and they're looking like they might be a playoff team. I'm happy for the Lions. I like the Lions. Even when they beat us, I know they're a tough team. They play tough. Dan Campbell, he has the locker room, and I feel like, yeah, it's looking like he's actually a good coach. So, especially you gave the Lions a winning season since, or like a decent season since, I don't know when, honestly. That had to be like early 2010s or like late 2000s since they had a decent season. Like, it's been a while. So, I'm happy they're kind of getting out the mud. And also, the Jets, too. Even though they missed the playoffs, I feel like they started off so good. Then all of a sudden, I felt like that Patriots game kind of just took a downward spiral for them with Zach Wilson. I think after that game, everything just went downhill. They started losing like crazy. And yes, they want to bring up the Mike White game against the Bears. It's the Bears. The Bears are the number 2 worst team in the league. In the whole entire NFL National Football League. They are bottom 2. So of course, Mike White's gonna look like Dan Marino against them. What do you do against the Bills? Nothing. What do you do against the Vikings? Nothing. What do you do this week against The Seahawks, absolutely nothing. So there's your answer right there. I know some people like to say it's not the quarterback room. They need more time for the quarterbacks to develop. No. If I'm sorry. Zach Wilson showed flashes, right? But Robert Saleh needs to save his job now. Like right now. Because they give him 3 years and that's it. That's kind of like the cushion um for a for an NFL coach. If he would have made the playoffs, he would have had an extra year. They would have given him 4 years. But now you need to really win. So what you got to do? I think they're gonna get Jimmy Garoppolo. They need a veteran quarterback. That's what they need. So they probably get Jimmy Garoppolo, or they probably trade for Derek Carr. I think that's really gonna be it. They're not drafting another quarterback. I think they're done with that for a little bit. Zach Wilson's probably gonna get traded. Especially that the locker room really does not believe in him and they really do not like him. So I think he's really going to get traded. And, no one's safe. Yeah. So if I'm the Jets, I will probably just get someone like Jimmy Garoppolo, someone who's already established. Jimmy Garoppolo made the Super Bowl. He was one throw away. I know one throw away from being Super Bowl champion. I'm not even blaming Jimmy Garoppolo for that performance because he played decent that game. He just only missed one throw. I blame Shanahan because he has a history of blowing leads, and that's exactly what happened with that with that game. He blew the lead in the fourth quarter. He blew the lead, just like how he blew the lead when Jimmy Garoppolo was about to go to his to a Super Bowl again. Against the Rams, they literally choked it in the fourth quarter. They were up 13-3. They choked it. So, hey, can't really blame Jimmy Garoppolo for that. And a lot of people like to hike on Jimmy Garoppolo, but he's a decent quarterback. He is. He's a decent quarterback. So I feel like that's all what the Jets really need. The defense is good. They have good wide receivers. Breece Hall, when he comes back, he's going to be really good. Even though the other running backs are not really all that great. But, I feel like the quarterback would wait just to make the playoffs. I don't know about Super Bowl, but playoffs, yeah, that will do. But yeah, those teams are really kind of overachieved anyway. So but yeah, Daniel Jones, man. I mean, he had a great game against the Colts. 4 touchdowns, 4 total touchdowns. It's, man, I know like a lot of people like to downplay the Colts, but the Colts have a good defense. Even though they didn't play that well against the Cowboys, but like at the same time, that's the Cowboys, and their offense is really high powered. Our offense is it's middle of the road. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's middle of the road, right? We do our job. We try to get to the red zone, and we just do our job. That's pretty much it. RPOs, play actions, outside runs, inside runs, that type of stuff. It's mostly RPOs and play actions. So, and a lot of short passes. So, we kind of just get the job done with that. So, the fact that we scored 4 total touchdowns was surprising. I didn't even think we was going to score that many touchdowns, but we did. So, that's a good thing. And, Saquon, he's been showing that he's that guy, man. I feel like he's been, even though for the past couple of weeks he hasn't been, except for the Vikings game. Before that, he hasn't really been like popping off really that much. But at the same time, it's like once he does kind of get going, like you can tell he still has that. You know, he still has that it factor. I feel like we're gonna really be using him a lot in the playoffs against the Vikings or even against, hopefully not, the 49ers. But yeah, and I think we should definitely keep both of them. And I think we are going to keep both of them. There was a report that said that we're going to keep both of them, so we shall see. And I'm very excited about that. And we need to resign Dexter Lawrence as well. We can't let him go, honestly, because we're going to make another mistake like how we did with Dalvin Tomlinson. Dalvin Tomlinson, when he was on the Giants, he played fantastic. And we let him go because we felt like we didn't have enough cap space to keep him. Which it would have changed if we would have cut Blake Martinez, but we did that late. It would have changed if we would have traded Kadarius Toney, but we did that. We also did that late. So it just wasn't in the cards at the time, and I understand that we was really working with bad cap because we signed Kenny Galladay to that crazy contract, which he will be gone next season. I wish him nothing but the best of luck. I do. I really do. I wish him nothing but the best of luck. I do. I really do. From the heart. I wish him nothing but the best of luck. I do. I hope he becomes the vintage wide receiver that we saw in Detroit that led us to sign him. I hope he goes back to return to form. I hope there's a team that will, give him a chance and he will show out. Because now I feel like, now that we're winning and he is on the squad, I feel like this. I feel like I'm more forgiving, right? Put yourself in his shoes. Do you see all the money that someone gave to you at that time? And plus, there was nobody that was giving him that type of money. What was it, 4 years? Was it 4 years, 3 years, 4 years? Something like that. And $19 million? You think you're going to just turn that down? Your second biggest offer is 1 year. 1 year, $10 million. Then your next deal is 3 years, 4 years, $19 million per year. Oh, I'm taking that too. Right? So, I can't blame Kenny Galladay for taking that contract. We're the one that gave him that stupid contract. And at the time, I was like, yes, let's give him the contract. Yes, let's give him the contract. Because we needed wide receivers. We were desperate. Give him the contract. Now, it did not work out. But at the same time, I give him this. We were able to get out of it 3 years in. I mean, after the second year. We get out of it and we can save $7 million cap or $8 million cap. I wish him nothing but the best. I do. Kenny Galladay, you made the playoffs for the first time in your career, and you ain't do jack shit. So, congrats to you. And Kadarius Toney. Don't get me started with Kadarius Toney. That guy, that freaking mole rat, chupacabra looking. Ooh, man. That guy? Nah. Wish him nothing but best of luck. Because ever since he been with Patrick Mahomes, he hasn't been doing nothing. Well, he scored 1 touchdown for 6 yards and everybody gassed it for that week. What else did he do after that? What else did he do after that? Tell me, what else did he do after that? Nothing. Guess what happened? He got injured again. Oh, I was faking my injury. With the Giants. Shh, I was faking my injury. Shh. Your second week on Kansas City, you got injured again. Kansas City thought they had a steal. But no, Kadarius Toney just keep on doing Kadarius Toney things. He got injured again. And again. And when he got on the field, he was nothing. He didn't do shit. He didn't do nothing. So, like, what are we doing with him? I feel like he's going to turn into a bust. It would not have happened if the freaking slimy Eagles and the slimy Cowgirls did not do the whole trade up scenario for Philly to get Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith would have been on that team. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That's okay, because Jackson Smith-Jigba gonna be nice. Josh Downs, Boutte. We have options now. We have more options now. And we gotta look up on character too, because even before, what's his name? Kadarius Toney did not have the best character coming out of Florida. Let me tell you that. So it was a head scratcher. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're about to approach an hour here. We have nobody here, so I'm just ranting. I'm just trying to try out this whole thing. I'm streaming on Streamlabs. I just started this whole thing, and I was like, let me just try this out type thing. So I'm trying it out. It's looking like it's going all right. Let's check. Yeah, it's looking all right. It's looking okay. So oh shit, I actually had people talk to me on here. I didn't know we had people talking on here. Sorry. I was looking at something else. I was like looking at the other thing. So okay. Blehiddle said who? He said he cool, wish him well, but don't think we should pay him. I don't know what you mean by we should who yeah, who are we talking about? He cool, wish him well, but don't think we should pay him. Who are you talking about? Daniel Jones? You talking about Daniel Jones? And Matt said Giants making the playoffs was definitely a huge surprise. Hopefully they can build off the momentum these next few years. Brock Purdy is him. That's true. Not only that, Niners defense would shut down the Giants offense. That's also true. Texas front office is awful. They'll be rebuilding to the end of the millennium. Enough Mike White slander. Timothy. No, he's not, bro. Stop. He's not him. Mike White is not him, bro. Stop it. Yeah, Mike White is not him. I didn't even know we had people here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know. But yeah, I'm gonna end this out after an hour. I'm trying to go on another stream to be talking Giants and stuff. So I'm gonna just hit bro up to see what's up with that, because it's supposed to be 9:30. Hold on, I'm about to DM. Okay. So let's see what he said. There's nobody here right now, so I didn't think I had fucking people talking here. Honestly, I thought it says I need to sign in or the chat, so I probably needed to like refresh this, then do it. They were saying my frames were really dropping, so I don't know how to change that. So yeah, I don't know. I was trying to look through the chat over here, but it wasn't really doing anything. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It just popped up now. So that's lit. Yeah, my friends are dropping. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, my friends are really dropping. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really just milking this to hours, so kind of said everything that I needed to say. Um, just trying to see what's up with this reply back. See what's up with that. And yeah, I was trying to get people on, but like people was really like, I don't know, they was being weird. Like they said they were down. I gave them the link. I gave them everything, and nope, still enjoying. So, but let's say like this. Um, yeah, it's okay. Even if I can't join his stream, um, tonight, I'm gonna just record a video. That's it. Do some editing with that, then get it out there by tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, and we'll see how it goes. I'm back on the shit now. I'm back on. And for the last couple minutes, I'm gonna just say this. People don't wanna man, I tell you this much. I gotta stop relying on people to help me to do whatever I want to do. Because at the end of the day, it's just me. It's just me at the end of the day, right? I can reach out to so many people, talk about, hey, you want to collab, hey, you want to do this, hey, you want to do that, then they don't really want to do it. But that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. That is fine. I'm gonna just keep doing me. That's all we gotta do. I'm gonna still do me. I'm gonna still do what I need to do, and people are not gonna really, you know, They're not gonna understand that, but it's okay. They don't understand what I'm doing right now. That's okay. That's okay. They don't understand it. That's okay. I'm that's cool. All right. I'm gonna make it work though. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work. Then if something happens and it's looking all good, I don't want to hear people talking about, hey, can I come on? Hey, can blah blah blah. Like I want to hear that because you wasn't doing the same shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm asking people to come on. They look at the subscriber count. They probably like, oh nah, like you ain't big enough to be doing all of that, and you claim to be in a community where everybody help each other and shit, but like you're not like it's just whatever at this point. I tried everything that I could, trying to reach out, ask people to come on, then they don't want to. It's fine. You can't force people to do it, but all I'm saying is I remember that. I remember it. Right in here. I remember that. Okay. I remember that. I remember. Yeah. So that's all you can do. You just remember that. Be like, okay. Bet. Alright. Next time I'm gonna keep that account. And here's the thing, we're gonna keep on rolling with these freaking videos. I'm gonna be more consistent. Now that I know how to work Streamlabs. Now that I know how to work it, I'm gonna be full on it. Now that I know how to work all these layers and check this out. Oh, 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 switch, 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 switch and switch. It's over. It's over. It's over. I need the little the I need the little transition, everything, but we chilling, we good, we good, we good. Get a little switch of ooh, 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 ooh. That's tough. Anyway, we about an hour. We are done here. I think we only got 2 freaking people in here. I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. It's alright. I have fun. I have fun. And thank you for the 2 people that commented. Blee Heedle. Thank you. And Matt, aka Mutt, aka Hoagie Clue. Thank you. 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 Thank you very much. It's not a lot of people that support me here, just like there wasn't really a lot of people to support me in real life, so you're kind of used to it at this point. It's okay. It is okay. We should be good. We are good. I'm about to end this now. And all I gotta say is, Giants, we back up. The future is looking bright. I am so excited about everything that's going to be happening off season, everything that's going to be happening in the playoffs. I'll be watching. Even though you be seeing like on Twitter everything, I won't be like tweeting that much. I'll be totally focused on the game. I won't be tweeting throughout the game and stuff like that. But check me on Twitter at NYGEMPIRE. Check me out on Instagram, New York Giants Empire. And yeah. I got a lot of stuff that I've been trying to do. Twitch. Discord. Trying to make my own, I guess. Just for all New York Giants fans just to talk about sports, everything. It's so yeah. And this gonna be on the YouTubes for the replay, I guess. because I think it just automatically saves. So yeah, we doing stuff. We doing stuff. We did it, right? We did it. We did it. We did it. I worked on Streamlabs and worked on StreamYard. I made my own graphic little thing. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I was able to do this. Give my own self a pat on the back.